This is the Horse Radio Network.
This is episode 556 of the Dressage Radio Show, official podcast of the United States Dressage Federation on the Horse Radio Network, brought to you by Kentucky Performance Products and TotalSaddleFit.com. On today's USDF episode, we are talking awards with Amy Swerdlin and the FEI workshop with Jen Truet. After that, Amy was kind enough to stick around for a trainer tip.
This is Reese Koffler-Stanfield from Loxahatchee, Florida.
And this is Philip Parks from Rockwood, Ontario, and you're listening to the Dressage Radio Show.
Hi, Phil.
Hi, Reese.
I've missed you.
Oh,
you have to
that's
tell
so
everybody what you were
nice.
doing.
Well, I was vacationing in the beautiful country of Belize,
Amazing.
which was amazing. Yeah, I needed to get out of the cold for a little bit, so we'd been planning this for a few months, anyways. And was a lovely place, lovely everything. We toured around the country. It's a small country with a small population. I think it's around 300,000 people, actually.
Oh, wow.
So it was just lovely. But, you know, I was all set to come back so that we could record our episode yesterday. And our plane had mechanical issues. So it was delayed by a day. And I have to apologize to Reese for not getting home in time, but we're kind of putting this together a little bit late and making a little bit of a patchwork of an episode.
Yeah.
But
oh, I had it. I nailed it, Phil. No offense. As everybody knows, Phil and Meredith go on amazing vacations. So we were so excited to hear how they did in Belize. But I got the text, and we were schooling at the horse show at Global, and it was very hot. And I was like, oh no, I'm on my own. But I have to thank Amy and Jen. They were amazing. And we had a great episode recorded. And we even had a new producer because all the Horse Radio Network team is at Podcast or Podfest. So it was an interesting night for me, but it's all good. You know, at this point in our podcasting career, we're pretty good about that stuff. So I missed you, Phil, and everyone will hear. And so, yeah, I literally just horse showed. And got back and here we are. So it's been an interesting episode, but we're getting it done for you guys.
Well, do you want to tell us a little bit about what you are up to? What's your horse showing plans these next few days?
Yeah, so I follow me, and everyone who's been listening to the show knows about Big Mike. We call him Big Mike. This was his first show at Global, so it was actually a big day today to get him to Global, and it's quite a difficult venue. It's really tight, so the horses have to be used to that. They have to haul in. So I don't, his mommy, me, is kind of cheap. And I don't get a stall there because we have stall here. And so it's like a 15, 20 minute trailer ride. So they have to go there. They have to show out of the horse trailer. So it's a little bit different skill to do versus we have horse shows out here in our neighborhood and they have to hack there. So our horses they get quite a nice education here about different things to do. So it was fun. He did 4.3 and he's still pretty darn green at 4.3. That's a tough test. It's very similar to the Prix St. George and the developing Prix St. George that I want to do with him. So he was great. He handled the atmosphere beautifully. He could have been a little more through and a little more together, but he won his class. So he's undefeated at 4.3 at this point, but we still have some work to do. We've only done 3, but you gotta hit the victories while you can. And Karen Isberg, who also is on the show quite often, did her first show at Global this morning. So it's been a long day, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm super stinky and really need a shower. But it was a good horse show day, and shout out to Dominique Lean, who's our amazing assistant, who made it all happen. So it's quite an effort. So we've been horse showing all day. We horse show. Big Mike does one more day tomorrow. We do the freestyle. And Phil, you can understand this, and I think everyone can too. I'm really trying to sort of knock out my scores down here for regionals. So we need 2 scores over a certain percentage to get that done. So I'm trying to do that because then I can really go home and really do my homework. So I'm trying to knock those out where horse showing's a little bit easier than it is at home. We have to travel a little bit more. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And it was a good day. We're going to finish, not going to lie, we're going to finish recording. We're going to get a shower and our whole team's going out for some dinner. So it should be fun. So it was a good day. We'll celebrate it.
Okay. And I think next up, maybe we can get to the episode. You can tell us,
yes,
because I'm not really
Phil
sure what's going on here, but you can tell us
I'm on it.
What you did yesterday while I was away.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a wonderful USDF show. So after this USDF commercial break, we're coming back with Amy Swerdlin. She is the chairwoman of the USDF Awards Committee. It's quite a committee, and we hope you enjoy her discussion on awards. It's a really good one, and you may want a piece of paper and pencil or pen to take some notes.
Founded in 1973, the United States Dressage Federation has become the largest organization to represent a single Olympic equestrian discipline. At nearly 30,000 members strong, USDF is your connection to dressage education, competition, and achievement. Visit USDF.org to learn more about USDF education, competition and award programs, and to shop our online store. Again, that's USDF.org, your online destination for dressage.
Well, tonight we are very happy to have Amy Swerdlin on our USDF program. She has all the medals, bronze, silver, and gold medal, and she is the chairwoman of the awards committee and just received her small R judge's license. Amy, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
We are thrilled to have you, and we were just chatting. You and I get to show together tomorrow. We're right in the thick of season here in Wellington, and it's really fun because we're chatting, but we'll see each other tomorrow, and that's always so fun.
No, it's great. It's always great running into friends in the warm-up ring.
I know. Yeah, it'll be you and me, and we'll be perfect. I can just tell you 75% for both of us. I love it.
Exactly.
Well, Amy, so you're new to the chairwoman position of the awards committee. So what is the job of the awards committee?
Well, luckily, I was able to be on the committee for a few years beforehand, and I just got into this position, so I'm really excited about it. And the job of our committee is to recognize excellence, of course, in our sport and to reward those achievements. And we have the task of organizing and providing awards for the Horse of the Year, Adult Amateur, Junior Young Rider, Vintage Cup, Freestyles, All Breeds, performance certificates, individual rider awards as well, and the Dressage Sport Horse Breeder Horse of the Year, and then the Material Horse of the Year, of course.
So you guys are quite busy. I am not going to lie. Wow, that's a huge role.
There's
that's
a lot of programs that we want all of our USDF members to take advantage of.
Yes, exactly. And it's hard to even know. So it's great that we're talking about it and seeing how many different awards you can be eligible for. So What would you like to see the awards committee accomplish moving forward in 2020?
Well, one of our main things is we take some time to review the existing award programs that we have. That includes assessing the requirements of the programs, like if we like the score thresholds, if we, any type of little things that might need to be tweaked in the programs and kind of move along with the times, because a lot of these programs were instated many, many, many years ago. And in addition, we like to evaluate the possibility of enhancing some of these awards, or if we have awards that aren't really seeming to be a lot of participation in, then we may talk about discontinuing them and maybe putting the funds elsewhere into different awards or new awards. But we also, as far as like our objectives for the committee, we are also evaluating the prizes that are currently offered for champions in the Adequan USDF Year-End Awards program. And we also are looking into the possibility of enhancing existing award programs, such as the Rider Award and the Horse Performance Certificate programs, which are what we're kind of zeroing in on this year.
Yeah, that makes complete sense. And one of the missions of USDF is awards and recognition. So it's really important to see that, which is great. So what are some, there's some newer awards, right, that USDF has started this year or newer for members. What are those like?
Yeah, we one of the most recent awards that we implemented, it was actually implemented in 2016 competition year, is the Dressage Seat Equitation Rider Award. And since the program is less than 5 years old, there may be some members that aren't aware of it yet. So I'd love to take a couple minutes to talk about that.
Yeah.
This award is divided into a tiered system. So you can get recognition at an elementary, an accomplished, and an elite level. So there's 3 levels. And for this award, the rider only needs to have a USDF group membership. You don't need to be a participating member to be eligible for this award. And actually, that is a requirement of all the rider awards. You only need to be a group member. And these scores for this Dressage Seat Equitation Rider Award can be earned over time. So it doesn't have to be done all in one year. You can take several years to do it. And this award is eligible for professionals, amateurs, and junior young riders. And when they compete in the dressage seat equitation classes at a show, it has to be a walk, trot, canter dressage equitation class. And the judges need to use a specific score sheet, which is a USDF dressage seat equitation score sheet or a dressage seat equitation medal score sheet. So it has to be a specific score sheet. So, of course, if you're going for those awards, you want to make sure that the show management is, all on board and on the same page as you. And you would need 3 different licensed shows, USDF and USDF licensed shows, and you would need scores from 3 different judges. So if you were to go for your elementary level award, you would need 5 scores of 65% or higher. For your accomplished level, you would need 5 scores of 72% or higher. Or your elite level, you would need scores 80% or higher. So for all you that are going for that elite level, you in essence could probably get all 3 of those levels knocked out in one, in the first 5 tests if you're going for it.
Oh, that's cool. So you don't have to, if you got the elite level, that counts for the elementary and the accomplished as well, right?
Absolutely. Yes, it
does.
does.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I'm always glad I do these interviews because I actually didn't know that existed. That is really cool.
Yeah, it's a great new program.
I love it. Oh, fantastic. So, Amy, which awards are the highest participation? What's the biggest one for you guys?
Well, without a doubt, it's the Rider Medal Awards. They're definitely the most popular. And these are like the awards that I'm talking about that have been around for a long time. They were first implemented in 1973, and the first medals were awarded in 1974. So a lot of people are familiar with them, but just in case some people aren't, the medals are broken down into the 3 categories. You have your bronze, your silver, and your gold medal. And to earn a bronze medal, a rider needs to have 2 scores at 60% or higher from 2 different judges at first level, second level, and third level. And for the silver medal, you need 2 scores at 60% or higher from 2 different judges at fourth level and at Precinct George. And for the gold medal, the rider needs 2 scores at 60% from 2 different judges at Intermediate 1, Intermediate A, B, or I2, and 2 scores of 60% at the Grand Prix.
Fantastic. So they're also freestyle bars, right? Those are also very popular.
Absolutely. Yep. And then the freestyle bars, they were incorporated into the Rider Awards program in 2002. And they're also broken down into a bronze, silver, and gold categories. The requirements are very similar as the regular medal awards, except that the score threshold is 65% or higher.
Fantastic. So how many awards have been given? Yeah.
Oh, so like last year, it was amazing. There was over 1,444 rider medals and freestyle bars that were awarded. And by far, the bronze medal was the highest, and we awarded 479 bronze medal awards last year. And it's been really interesting to see, since I've been on the awards committee and we get the stats and stuff, it's been interesting to see how it's increased over time. And it's just always been a steady increase with the rider medals. So we know that the USDF members really like that award, and their participation is very, very high. So, and also, like I mentioned before, for the Rider Medal Awards, you only need to be a group member. You don't have to be a participating member, and the scores can be achieved over time. You don't have to do it in 1 year or anything. So you can work.
Yeah, that's
it.
fantastic.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And we did do a segment on one of the USDF episodes, and you would have to check our search engine about how kind of bronze medal 101 and what you need to do to get that. So we'll continue. Amy, we'll have to do that another time and just
Sounds
go back
great.
on how to get the silver and how to get the gold. But this is a really good reminder on how to do that. And how do you check your progress?
Yeah, that's what I was just going to say. And also a great way to remind yourself to look into your progress is to go on to USDFscores.com. All you have to do is log in, and you can enter your membership number. And then you can, once you get into the page, you can click on the left tab on the left side of your screen. There's a little part that says Rider Award Eligibility. And if you click into that, a screen will pop up, and it has the icons of all the Rider Awards on the screen. And it's really cool because you can just take your mouse and you can click onto each icon, and then a little pop-up will come and say how many rides you have that count towards your medals or count towards your performance award, Rider Performance Award, or towards your freestyle bars. So that way you don't have to like go back and look through all your scores and say, oh, I got one here and I got one like 8 years ago. And, you can actually just go up on the website and everything just pops up. So it's a really, really great tool for everyone to use to see how they stand towards the awards.
That's excellent. That's really cool. See, I didn't know that either. That's really cool. That's why I like doing this. Are there any awards you'd like to see, or the committee would like to see sort of growth increase or in growth and participation?
Yeah, of course. There's always going to be some programs that don't seem to take off as well as the Rider Medal Awards, but we'd like to see members take advantage of the USDF Horse Performance Certificate Program. We also would like to see more junior young riders take advantage of the year-end awards, and also with the Material and the Dressage Sport Horse Breeder Horse of the Year Awards. So those are some of the ones that we'd love to see some increase in participation in.
Fantastic. And what are the Adequan USDF year-end awards? What are those?
So the Adequan USDF Year-End Awards is an annual awards program. So that means that the required scores must be earned in one competition year. So this is a yearly thing. The USDF competition year always starts October 1st and it runs to September 30th. So the year-end awards are broken down into 15 different award categories, and they include like dressage, the Material, the Dressage Sport Horse Breeder, Horse of the Year, as well as like Adult Amateur, Junior Young Rider, Para Dressage Rider of the Year, and Vintage Cup. We also have awards for the USDF 4-year-olds and the FEI 5 and 6-year-olds. Musical Freestyle Awards. We also have the Adult Amateur Music Freestyle Award, the Musical Freestyle Challenge Award, along with the Dressage and the Dressage Sport Horse Breeder of the Year. So a lot of awards that people can really, work for every year. And then we also have the USDF All Breed Awards that are included in the year-end award program. And the great thing about all of these awards is that USDF automatically tracks them, so you don't need to do it. Once you have met all of your award requirements, USDF will automatically rank your horse, yourself and your horse, or your rider and your horse in the year-end award standings. And usually they're updated about twice a week. So wow. You can start checking into that. I don't know if they have it up yet because obviously it's so early.
Early, yeah.
Yeah, but in another month or so they'll start posting some standings, and they do update it like twice a week.
Oh, that's fantastic. So how do the horse and rider teams become eligible for the All Breeds Awards?
So the All Breeds Award is a very special award because you're only competing against horses that are in the same breed as your horse. So what you have to do is you have to declare your horse, and you do that by filling out a USDF All Breeds Awards declaration form, and you can get that on the USDF website. With that form, you have to submit a copy of your horse's official breed or performance registry papers, and there is a $35 declaration fee. So the deadline. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say, the declaration fee, is that a one-time fee or is that a yearly fee?
Yes, it is a one-time fee, and then they're always registered. And the deadline for registration to declare the horse for the 2020 All Breed Awards is August 1st of this year.
Excellent. Very cool.
So it's also important to remind the USDF members that current year foals may be declared for All Breed Awards with a copy of their full registration certificate, their inspection certificate, or a letter of eligibility from the breed registry. And once a declaration has been made, the owner of the horse will receive a confirmation email from USDF, and it will also appear on USDFscores.com. If you were to log in under your horse's name or number, it will show on that page that your horse is registered with a specific breed. And
that's cool.
And the one thing you want to make sure, you probably would want to check with the breed registry itself, because a lot of them have their own requirements. I know, like mine, because I'm really active with the Oldenburg Horse Breeder Society. So, we have to be a member every year to be eligible for the All Breed Awards. So each breed registry probably has their own rules that you need to follow, as well as having everything declared through USDF.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, well, that makes total sense. So also check with your association as well. So that makes sense. Excellent. So what is the committee working on any new awards to be implemented soon?
Yeah, we're really excited about this special recognition that we've been working on. It's actually been over a year we've been putting this together. And it's for USDF members who have earned their bronze, silver, and gold medals and the bronze, silver, and gold freestyle bars. So it's for someone that's earned all of those rider awards. It's really a great thing. And obviously it takes someone a long time to be able to accomplish this. So we really feel like it's a milestone and it needs to be recognized. USDF will be tracking this recognition, so there's no need for the rider to apply for it. The USDF members who earn all 3 medals and all freestyle bars will have their name put on a plaque, which is going to be housed at USDF office, and the rider will receive a certificate and a lapel pin. So we're also looking, in addition to that plaque and certificate and lapel pin, we want to potentially put a page up on the USDF website that can highlight all those who have received this accomplishment.
Well, I'm not going to lie.
As of right now, there's about 50 people from the span of beginning, like I had said, with the freestyle bars being implemented in 2002 and the rider medals being implemented in 1973. There's 50 riders so far that have made this accomplishment. So, and every year we're hoping to add more, obviously, but it's kind of something to, a new goal. Like I'm actually thinking about going back and getting my second level freestyle score so I can
actually,
get my
Amy,
bronze,
I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. I did it last year. I got I had to work backwards. I have all of them. I got all 6. So I got my finished. I had to finish the bronze. That was the hardest. And it was my second level was the hardest one to finish. But I have all 3, all 6. Yeah.
So now you're going to be on the plaque.
I'll be on the plaque. I'm thrilled. See, this is the fun part of your job. You get to award people stuff. I'm pumped. I'm like,
no, it's really great.
Cool. I'm super excited. I'm not gonna lie. I won something. That's great. I love it.
That's really super.
Yeah. So that award, we'll be contacted for that one. Is that
absolutely? Yep.
Yay.
You don't have to do anything for it.
Oh, even better, because I'm terrible at paperwork. So awesome. So, Amy, what advice do you have for USDF members interested in any of the awards that USDF offers?
Well, of course, the best thing to do is to look at the current issue of the USDF member guide. They have everything outlined in there for all of the awards, all the requirements, all how to be eligible for you and your horse. And if you have any questions, you can give me a call. You can call USDF. You can email me. I'm happy.
So, Amy, if you don't mind, what's your email? If everyone can ask you questions.
Sure. My email is abradley, WLCC @hotmail.com. And Bradley is spelled BRADLEY.
Fantastic. Well, Amy, that was incredible. And I think I'm going to have to re-listen to this because there was so much good information in there. And if you, like you said, you have any questions, just give USDF a call or send Amy an email. And this is a huge job and we're so thankful that you do it. So thank you so much for your time that you give USDF.
Oh, it's my pleasure. And I hope all the members reach their award goals this year. I'm really excited about all the new programs and all the existing programs. So I hope everyone can reach their goals.
Absolutely. Well, you have a very fun job at the end of the day. So fantastic.
Yes.
And thanks so much to you and your whole committee.
Thank you so much, Reese. I appreciate it.
Right after this commercial break from Kentucky Performance Products, we're going to come back with Jen Truet. She is a certified instructor through second level. She has all her medals, and she is an L graduate with distinction, and I hope you enjoy her experience.
The horse that matters to you matters to Kentucky Performance Products. Feeding your horse starch-laden grains can lead to colic, laminitis, and metabolic disease. Today, nutritionists are recommending the use of high-quality fat to provide healthy calories. Fat is an extraordinary energy source. It's readily utilized by the horse and contains more than 2 times the calories of starchy grains. Replacing grain with a high-quality fat supplement reduces a horse's risk of developing health problems. Equijewel Stabilized Rice Bran is an excellent fat supplement. It contains a balanced calcium to phosphorus ratio and won't cause mineral imbalances when added to the diet. Its all-natural ingredients are high in healthy fat and fiber. And best of all, horses fueled by Equijewel stay calmer and more focused on the job at hand. When you need to add healthy calories to your horse's diet, choose Equijewel. To learn more, visit Kentucky Performance Products at kppusa.com.
Well, tonight, I'm so happy to have Jen Truet for this USDF episode. She is the owner and manager and head trainer at Dancing Horse Farm in Ohio, and she is a USDF certified instructor through second level, along with bronze, silver, and gold medalist, and a fantastic FEI trainer and instructor. Jen, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you very much. I'm happy to be here.
Right. So this has been a very big week here in Wellington. There have been all kinds of USDF certified instructor workshops going on. So tell us a little bit about yourself and how you've decided to go to the FEI workshops.
So my farm is in Lebanon, Ohio, and I was fortunate enough several years ago to host the instructor certification program and go through it to second level. And then since then, I've wanted to continue on and do fourth or FEI, but it just hadn't worked out to be possible until I got an email from Kathy Robertson at USDF inviting me to do this FEI certification based on the competition records of my horses and my students. So I was thrilled, of course, because it was happening while I'm down here in Wellington. And I got accepted, and I actually applied for the Marial Barnett instructor trainer grant that's given through the Dressage Foundation. And I won one. I'm so excited.
So cool.
It's $1,000 grant. And I mean, doing this certification is so expensive, as you know, Reese, since you're FEI certified.
Yes.
It's just an incredible gift that Marial has given us in USDF to help our trainers that are out there like you and me to be able to pursue this kind of education and be able to get the stamp of approval from USDF. So I am one of 5 recipients. They just were announced, I think yesterday, in fact.
Yeah,
and
it just went out. It's fantastic.
Amazing. And the program was so exciting. There were 6 of us. And it was hosted over at Toonie Page's Still Point Farm, right off of South Shore Boulevard. And oh my God, her place is phenomenal. I just had to take pictures of my horse Taffy standing in the stall because it was like, we were, I felt like a queen and like he was my king, and it was just amazing. So Relo 4 was the faculty member who was giving the workshop, and it was amazing. The first day, we all got to teach lessons after Relo gave us a demonstration lesson, teaching, of all people, the amazing Noelle Williams. We were all like, wow, we're just so lucky, to have so many great riders and trainers down here who are willing to help out. And so then each of us had a volunteer rider on their own horse who came in, and we got to teach them, and they were all doing like fourth to Pre-St. George. I was lucky enough to get an amazing rider who's one of Bill McMullen's students. Her name is Bobby, and I'm just going to not be able to remember her name right now. She just was getting ready to do I-2, and I was able to help her get some more points and like the entries into her half passes. We worked on pirouettes, and it was just so much fun to get to work with her and then have Lilo and the rest of the participant trainers there to kind of bounce ideas back and forth. It was just so exciting. You know, how often do we actually get to sit and work with other trainers, you know, and really just talk and say, you know, what do you think this would help this rider? And it was very encouraging environment. And then the day 2, we all got to ride horses. So those of us who had horses that we could bring, we rode those horses. And then there were other horses that were incredible that were volunteered for the people who flew in for this. And it's just, you know, I can't say enough good things about the people who take their time out of their day and volunteer to either ride their own horse or allow somebody else to ride a horse to go through this program. And the horses were such high caliber. We were just really lucky to have the people and the horses show up that we did. And so then the second day was just the same as the first, where it was a lot of interaction among the participant trainers and Lilo as the rider would ride through, sort of warming up and riding through a, you know, all the way to the end of a training ride on an FEI horse. And it was just great camaraderie and helpfulness, support, all of that. I'm thrilled. It was a wonderful experience. So I'm so happy to have been able to do it.
No, it's fantastic. And I think that's, you know, we've been lucky enough, actually. Yeah, Bill McMullen and Bill Warren and myself, we just hosted also the younger trainers, the training through second level workshops here at our farm the last 2 days. So Lilo was a very busy lady. She did the FEI workshop and then the training through second level workshops here at our farms. And it's a great program. And, you know, it's fun even for my students. You know, I just got to sit back. I was the organizer. So I just really got to sit back and watch. And it was fun to see, you know, how my students were able to do what they needed to do, which was fun. And to see, oh gosh, there's some great ideas even these young instructors were coming up with. So it's
that was
really
the best part, I think.
Yeah, it's great. And like you said, that trainers working together, and, you know, that's what we all really need to continue to do, because the certification, it is a difficult program, but as Jen is saying, it's a great way to get some camaraderie. There is funding. I do hear a lot of times that people are like, well, it's an expensive program. It is, but like any profession, I feel it's very important to have continuing education and opportunities. And that's what the certification gives you, is that ability, and kind of plugs you into the system, which is exactly what Jen did. Yeah, because you were able to kind of move on from the second level to the FEI certification, which is fantastic. So it's a difficult program, but like you said, there's a lot of bonuses to that program. And it's fantastic to hear you going through. And it really is something any of us that are certified would love to share our experiences. I know you would, and going to the FEI, it's really a fantastic program. So I absolutely am thrilled for you. And so what's your next step in that program? What do you guys do next?
They are going to work on, they being Lilo and Kathy with USDF. They're going to sit down and try to figure out when they can host an exam. And they're also talking about hosting another workshop. So if there are people out there who are considering doing it, there is going to be another workshop. They're just not sure when or where. So, and also, I didn't realize that the FEI certification does not require you to have gone through the lower level certification. So people actually could apply to go through it without having gone through the lower level certifications. It sounds like, however, it's hard to be successful because you kind of have to know, you understand how the program kind of works and what they're looking for.
Right.
But
It's possible.
there is not a prerequisite. So it is possible. So I think that's pretty cool for, like our really advanced international riders that are out there. It'd be great if we got more international riders certified and just get this program more recognition.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing how much education this program provides. I go to the convention every year, and we always have a workshop every day, an educational session every day. And of course, this program is what puts on the FEI Trainers Conference down here every year in January. There's a ton of opportunities that are available through USDF, through the Instructors Trainer Program. And I just highly encourage everybody out there, if you're a dressage trainer and you've thought about it and it's too expensive, just contact the Dressage Foundation, because there is grant money out there to help, and it is worth the time and money.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Yeah, I totally agree with that as well. It's a great program and continues, and it's continuing to develop and grow, which is good for all of us trainers. But it's fun because, like you said, it really does bring a camaraderie to the sport, and how can we do our jobs better? And that's really what the whole program is for, is instructors to give us support, and how do we get the program better. So I love it. Well, Jen, how could, if anyone has any questions and they want to touch base with you about any of your experiences, how could they find you online?
So I have a website. It's mydhf.com, and DHF stands for Dancing Horse Farm. Or then another web link would be dancingHorseFarmOH.com. OH stands for Ohio. And my email address is jen@mydhf.com. And you can also find me on Facebook under Jennifer Sappington Truet, and my Dancing Horse Farm also has its own Facebook page too, and that's just Dancing Horse Farm.
Cool. Fantastic. Well, Jen, thanks so much for coming on the show, and we can't wait to hear how the rest of your certification goes.
Thank you so much. I'm really happy to have been able to spend time with you guys tonight.
This week's dressage training tip is brought to you by Total Saddle Fit, home of the shoulder relief girth at TotalSaddleFit.com.
Well, Phil, we've been working really hard. No offense, you've been on vacation. So we've been working with the Total Saddle Fit Stability Stirrups. And today I actually had one of my students who is a slender lady try the slim stability stirrup leathers, because Justin sent us those stirrups to give them a try. I hadn't tried them, and I will tell you, she loved them. I actually ride in the original stability stirrup leathers. I like them, but they have a buckle where the normal stirrup leather buckles in. The slim ones do not. They have a buckle lower. And I will tell you, my ladies that are really thin, they really like that. They don't like the buckle up high. They like the buckle lower. So I will tell you that was really cool to see her enjoy those and like those stirrups. So I would highly recommend them. If you're trying to choose between which stirrup leathers, I'm much more of a traditional girl. I like traditional stirrup leather irons. I love the stability stirrup leathers. But my ladies who are slender, I have some real estate in the thigh region, so I'm fine. But they really, really like the thinner version and the slim ones. So I have that. That's my take on the stirrup leathers. Have you?
Yeah, I think it's just personal preference. The only thing about the ones, the slim version, is that you have to fold your stirrup leathers and your irons over top of the saddle, because you can't run them up.
Right.
So that's the only thing that I would like to tell people about that kind.
Yeah.
But otherwise, all the products are great from TotalSaddleFit.com. You should check them out, and they're great about answering questions if you have them. So just go to TotalSaddleFit.com.
Absolutely. And we have a great Total Saddle Fit tip of the week from Amy Swerdlin. We hope you enjoy.
Well, for this week's
her Total Saddle Fit tip of the week, we are so happy to have Amy Swerdlin. She stayed on the program, and she is a new Small R USDF judge, USDF medalist, and chairwoman of the USDF Awards Committee. Amy, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
Well, I just grabbed you because you just got your Small R judge, and that's amazing and so difficult. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. It's been a labor of love. Long time.
It is. It's getting your judge's license is no joke. It is so difficult. And I asked you that what would be your Total Saddle Fit trainer tip of the week for everybody as a new judge, new Small R judge. Excuse me.
So my thing would be to tell everyone to work on the non-brilliant movements. Work on your entries to the halt, work on your halt reinbacks, work on your walk, turn on the haunches. Those are so important. You don't need a big fancy mover to receive a good score. It's more training and repetition. And so that would be my tip, is to not to throw away points by being sloppy in the halts and in the turn on the haunches.
Yeah, no, I think that's so smart, because the non-brilliant movements, like you said, by definition, it doesn't matter. You can literally be on the best horse in the world and your halt's either square or it's not, or right. Your rein back
or you stick a turn on the haunches. You stick one of the legs and you don't keep the rhythm regular and the turn on the haunches, and you're at a 4, if you stick a foot. So, just to make sure that you really take the time and practice it. A lot of times people just don't practice those things.
Right. And usually the turn on the haunches or walk parrots, aren't they typically double scored?
Yes, they are.
Yeah. And rein back too can also sometimes be double scored.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. And then the halt, you have at least 2 halts in a test. A lot of times you have 3.
Yeah.
So
I know, and I was beating myself up about that just on one of my other horses the other week. So that's what made me think of this, because I'm just like, oh, can my halts be any worse? So the last 2 weeks has been like halting. So don't make the mistake I made.
I know. No, it's so true, because it's easy to do it and you forget about it, and then the next thing you know, you're like, oh man, if you have a mistake in a technical movement and then you have a mistake in these movement, the non-brilliant, oh boy, your score is going to take a header. So it is. There's such important things, and just, as we're all training right now, don't not ride a square halt. Every dressage horse is going to have to halt, just things like that. And the center lines, I think the center lines, right, are not
just to be straight on the center line. And absolutely.
Now, center lines aren't defined right as non-brilliant, but there's something
the halts are, exactly. Or like even like the halt rein back is a non-brilliant movement. So all those things, you just end up throwing away points if it's something that you don't practice. If you have a rein back that's crooked or they're a little bit resistant in that, all of that can be done very well on a big brilliant mover or a horse that's like maybe a 6 mover. They can still do those movements just as well. So it's silly to throw points away.
I love it. I think for all of us, Amy and I are showing right now, and it's great reminders, but it's also a great reminder if you're just training, and don't lose those points. So I love it, Amy. Great tips. So Amy, how can our listeners find you online if they have any more judges tips or anything about you or the USDF Awards program?
Well, they could contact me through our website at Palm Beach Equine Sports Complex. That's my real job, is managing that facility here in Wellington, Florida. So the website is palmbeachequinesportscomplex.com.
Fantastic. Well, Amy, thanks so much, and we look forward to talking with you soon.
Great. Thank you so much.
Well, Phil, high five. I'm glad we got this episode out and running, and we look forward to doing even more this spring. And keep those emails and Facebook shout-outs. I actually have a couple questions in the queue for us. I haven't shared them with Philip yet, so I will make sure we get on that and we get going for the next one.
You got to give me a chance to get organized.
Yeah, we're making it happen, so it's awesome. Well, I'm glad, Phil, you made it back safe and sound, and look forward to next week. The United States Dressage Federation is your connection to dressage education, competition, and achievement. Visit usdf.org for more information. That's www.usdf.org, the online destination for dressage. You can find our show notes and links to today's guests on our website, dressageradio.com. Like us on Facebook, just search Dressage Radio Show. Follow us on Twitter at Horse Radio. My website is maplecrestfarmky.com, and my email is reese@horseradionetwork.com.
I think the best way to find me is probably on Facebook, or my email is philip@horseradionetwork.com. I'd like to thank our sponsors this week for allowing us to put on a show. And don't forget to check out all the other shows on Horse Radio Network at horseradionetwork.com.
Everybody, keep your heels down and your shoulders back, and we look forward to next week's show.